What's up, everyone, and thank you for checking out this video. The first video of my newly rebranded YouTube channel. We are now the Sim Gaming Network, and what better way to introduce y'all to my new rebranded YouTube channel than to do a 2K20 top 10 post-trade deadline rebuild video. I did one last year. I had a lot of fun with it. Y'all enjoyed it. We're going to do it again this year, and it's the same concept as last year. We're just going to look at, projected salary cap, projected picks, the overall talent on the roster, and how easily or difficult it's going to be to turn one of these teams around in the next year or two. So I had a lot of fun making this video. I hope you guys enjoy the content, enjoy watching it. And make sure, if you haven't already, click that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. My goal is to still get 1,000 subscribers, and I'm getting closer every single day. So every subscribe you hit definitely helps me out. And yeah, that's everything. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. At number 10, we have the New York Knicks. I know a lot of people might be surprised by that, but look. If you decline all your team options in the offseason, you're going to have $58 million in cap space, and you have 2 first-round picks in 2020 and 2021 to build your roster up next to Mitchell Robertson and Julius Randle. They have the easiest route to make them a contender given cap room and draft picks, and that is why they are number 10. At number 9, we have the Memphis Grizzlies. Yes, I know they're in the playoff race in the West, but how do you get them to make the jump to contending level? They're only going to have between $14.5 to $17 million in cap space in the offseason. They need some help on the wing, and they only have a first-round pick in 2020. Nothing as far as first-round picks go in 2021. So making that jump is going to be difficult with this team unless you trade one of your already established pieces. Good luck. At number 8, we have the T-Wolves. The trade for D'Lo moved them from one of the hardest rebuilds to one of the more easier ones. Going forward in the first offseason, they're going to have $22 million in cap space and 2 first-round picks in 2020. You got to make them count. No first-round picks the following year. Do what you can to build your roster on D'Lo and Karl-Anthony Towns. It might be difficult with the cap room, but with the draft picks, if you hit them, you could really turn this team around. At number 7, we have the Hornets. Outside of Devontae Graham and Terry Rozier, the remaining players on their roster are bench players, depending on how PJ Washington continues to progress. You're going to have $34 million in cap space to try to address that and build a stronger starting lineup. You do have a first-round pick in 2020 and 2020 as well, so if you can hit on those draft picks, you never know what could happen with the Charlotte Hornets. So number 6, we have the Sacramento Kings. They have a very strong starting 5. Their issue is really going to be the bench. Can you improve the bench? They're going to have between $16 and $22 million in cap space, depending on player and team options, as well as first-round picks in 2020 and 2021. The trick is, can you get this player a true superstar to elevate them in the Western Conference? That's what's going to be difficult. At number 5 is the Detroit Pistons. Look, Blake Griffin's in decline. He's got a big contract. Derrick Rose is on a bargain deal. You're losing Reggie Jackson. You don't have any pieces that you can really trade for anything else. You got first-round picks in 2020 and 2021 and $38 to $42 million in cap space going into the offseason, but is that enough to get you to compete in the Eastern Conference? I'm not sure. At number 4, we got the Phoenix Suns. And Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton are a great start, all right? And Kelly Oubre has made himself a very valuable player. But how do you improve this roster going forward? Ricky Rubio is not the answer at point guard. You're only going to have $23 million in cap space in the offseason. You do have first-round picks going forward the next 2 years. But are you going to be able to build this roster around these 2 superstars and make them a contender? At number 3, we got the Chicago Bulls. And the Bulls are one of those teams that's going to be tough, man. They got some good youth players there that you're literally going to have to just be in a sit and wait for them to develop situation. You only have $5 million in cap space in the offseason. You do have your first-round picks. Can you hit on them? But how do you make this roster take the next leap without waiting for your players to develop? Or are you okay with waiting? That's just a decision you're going to have to make. At number 2, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Look, the Andre Drummond trade did not really help them out. I mean, in 2K, he's going to accept that player option. I don't know what he's going to do in real life, but in 2K, he's accepting it, which means you're only going to have $4 million in cap space. You can't do much with that. You got your first-round picks this year and next, but with an aging Kevin Love on a huge contract, how do you really build this roster to compete in the Eastern Conference? It's going to be a huge challenge. At number 1, probably shocking some people, the Washington Wizards. All right. Outside of Bradley Beal and John Wall, there's no talent on this roster. I know you got rookie Rui Hachimura, who's had a solid season, but you only have $13.5 million in cap space going the offseason. You're going to lose Davis Bertans to free agency. Are you going to be able to do enough with your first-round picks to build enough up around these two? Like, I just don't. This is going to be a challenge. This is going to be the most difficult team to rebuild in 2K20. It's just that simple. Anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you appreciated the time and effort I put in to make this video. And I really want to know in the comment section, do you agree with my list? Do you think I got the top 10 teams right, but you changed the order and how I had them? Let me know what you think. I'm very curious, and I will use what you guys say going forward and how I do further videos of this style in the future. So anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Later.